What is up, party people? It has been a minute since the vloggings, but we're getting into back today. Oh man, and it is day number one. I mean, it's day one of a health phase slash growth phase. So today we got back, but I am especially excited because I feel like I'm locked in with pretty much every aspect of fitness that I can be. And I say that because before with sleep, I wasn't getting nearly enough, and I was hungry all throughout the day. My workouts were suffering from it. List goes on. I was just tired. So got my sleep in order, but I wasn't getting regular body work, and that is a huge thing that I never really prioritized before. I always knew that it would help, but I just kind of, I just kept training and I never got body work. But we just got cupping done. We got a whole lot of hot stones and just a full body massage done yesterday. And so it's been a full 24 hours, and now we are getting back into good old-fashioned back day. And this is going to be a nice health slash growth phase because I've been competing for about 3 years straight, doing at least 2 shows a year. And it's going to be nice because I'm not really shooting for any show right now. I'm not really, prepping for anything in particular other than to put on as much I got my C-bum going on, as much muscle as possible, and doing it in the healthiest way possible. So it's kind of nice. We're laying back on the whole I need to prep for a show mindset, and we're just focusing on how much can I grow and what do I need to do to be as healthy as possible, because that's the other thing. Y'all have probably heard earlier on this channel, I've had a right lower back injury for years. I think since my second year at university, and it was so that's been, what am I? I'm 26 now. So it's been about 6 years, like 6-7 years that I've had this lower back injury. And so getting the body work done, having other supplements to help me grow a lot of muscle tissue in this area, and then also help it just be less inflamed, it's going to do wonders. I mean, because that's the whole thing. It's just been a strained muscle. And I went through a whole powerlifting prep on this right lower back injury. And that's honestly when it hurt the most, because I wasn't getting any body work done. I was doing minimal stretching, doing minimal foam rolling, body work in general. And so now it's coming back in full force. We're making sure that it's supple, so that it can move in the way that it needs to move. But then at the same time, it can perform really well in these weight training sessions, and we're going to heal it 100% and then grow as much as possible. And my whole framework for knowing when I'm ready to step back on stage and compete with the big boys is I'm going to look at the number one spot of whatever national show. I'm going to look at, actually, just had an idea. Thank you for letting me know, my friends. I'm going to look at the number one spot of every national show in the country, and I'm going to look at exactly what they want, because I know the basics. They just want a filled out X-frame, shredded to the gills, and just have a nice flow to the whole symmetry of the physique. So I'm going to take the average of all those physiques and multiply it by it's kind of an equation. I'm essentially just looking at the muscle bellies, how they generally want them at that level for the guys who are placing first and getting their IFBB Pro cards. And then from there, I'm just looking at how conditioned they are, and that's about it. So symmetry from shoulders to waist to quads flaring. Keep it simple. But for now, just put on as much tissue as possible so we can, eventually go for the IFBB Pro card, but more importantly, know how to train my athletes to that point too, so that they can thrive and they can do whatever they want. If they want to go for their pro card, so be it. Or if they just want to get as big as possible in the healthiest way, that's cool too. Or if they're just trying to be healthy, boom, that's a huge win in and of itself. I feel like with bodybuilding, you can kind of get really wrapped up in, man, I just need to get as big as possible. But that's the nature of the sport. You're trying to get huge, but also have this aesthetic symmetry to your physique. So I think there's a really good side of bodybuilding too. It's not all good. There are definitely the unhealthy parts, but I think for the quote unquote the average gym goer, I think there's a really good middle spot for bodybuilding where you can just go in there, put on lean mass, minimize fat tissue, and be as healthy as possible. I mean, that's essentially what you're doing with bodybuilding, minus the prep to stage. I mean, throughout the off season, all you're trying to do is put on muscle, keep the fat to a minimum, to its minimal amount, and then just be healthy. Look at those biomarkers when you're going to do blood work, make sure that all of them are in check, and that's about it. But I think that's all I have for right now, but let's go get into some back action. Oh. Ew. Boy. Ew. Oh. No. Ew. 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 You soup. Oh. You. Yo. Oof. Oof. No. You. Oh.
Come on. Up. Oh. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. You. Oh. My. No. You. Oh. You. Oh. Oh. You. Oh. Yeah. No. I. No. Oh. All right, back work is complete. Whew. Feeling good. This is day one of the health phase. I'm already starting to feel fuller. I've only had one meal today, so that's about 4 o'clock. Well, a little after, but that will change in the next few days. We'll definitely be spacing out our meals a little more evenly. Probably be getting about like 2-3 meals in before each workout. But let's see how we're looking right now. Day one. So after a few supplements deep, and as you can tell by the back, the cupping and the massage from yesterday, feeling good. I can especially feel it in that front lat spread, because I used to come up, it's almost like my front delt was super tight, so it wouldn't allow me to externally rotate or just roll my shoulders back. So goes to show you just how important body work is. It can make or break your poses. I mean, and over time, once you start to get that snowballing effect of training, eating, sleeping, body work starts to compound. So just one body work session in and I'm already feeling looser, feeling like I could pull more. I felt stronger in my workout today, so that is a win, to say the least. but yeah, everything's feeling tighter and we're growing every day, so let's keep this momentum going. But for now, back workout is complete, my friends.